People look at stories through different lenses. I have my own personal take on some of these trending issues. Hi, I'm Mariah Ramharack, and welcome to In Case You Missed It. Earlier this week, Wednesday night to be exact, Jamaica's Reggae Boyz got on the board in the World Cup Qualifiers with a 1-1 draw away to Costa Rica. It was a huge improvement. Despite a tough start to their campaign, the Reggae Boyz are finally up and roaring to go.
Hello and welcome to another edition of In Case You Missed It. This week, I'll be joined by the man who anchored a much improved Jamaica team away to Costa Rica earlier this week, Reggae Boyz defender Damion Lowe. Together, we'll look back at one of this week's biggest events, the FIFA World Cup Qualifiers. Hello, Damion, and welcome.
Hi, nice to meet you. Thanks for having me.
Well, first of all, congratulations on the improved performance against Costa Rica. Very different from what we saw against Panama.
Yeah, I'm happy. The guys fought hard. It was difficult, but, we always wanted a result, so we just went for it.
Damion, what did the Reggae Boyz do differently against Costa Rica?
To be honest, we just went back to basics. When the program kind of went downhill back in 2016, we kind of had a ritual where, we would have meetings just with the players right before the game, after the tactical meeting with the coach and the team talk and everything. We'll ask the coaches to excuse and, we'll just meet with the team and we just kind of meditate and talk about life and, our expectations and what we want to achieve as players and what we want to achieve, as a team. And we just did that the last game and said, hey, listen, this game is, if not, it's one of the most important international games in our career. Our country depends on it, our family depends on it, our team depends on it. So we have to go out there and get some points on the board today. And, I'm glad that we were able to.
I'm also very glad too, for myself and of course for all the Jamaica Reggae Boyz fans. Well, there has been a lot of speculation about what was said during the halftime break in the match against Costa Rica. When you all came back out on the pitch, there appeared to be a renewed hunger, a desire to fight and fight hard. Can you tell us what was said?
To be honest, when we went in, even when the goal scored, the reaction from the guys were positive. We just got the ball and spotted it because we know we were hungry. We had fire in our belly. Vengeance. I feel like we owed them one from the last Gold Cup. We just said, listen, we know we're going to win the game. I said to even Mops, listen, we're going to win the game. We're not losing. We didn't get the win, unfortunately, but in the locker room, everyone was just giving instructions, trying to fix what was happening, trying to, to give each other good advice. And the coach just came in calm, collected, listened to the players and just said, hey, listen, tactically, we're better than these guys. We have good quality players. Just have confidence and go out there and get the job done. It wasn't anything in depth or anything new that the coach has been telling us, for the past weeks. And it was good.
So no secret words, no secret routine, no ritual, nothing happened.
No, we need to get points on the board. That's it.
That's it. All right. Well, great goals from Shamar Nicholson in the campaign so far. It must be a joy to have him on your team, right?
Yeah, to be honest, I'm very happy for him. I know what he's been through and the things that he's done to get to where he's at now. He's a top quality, top class striker. I know a lot of teams out there are after him, and the quality that he brings to our team and the confidence that he instills in us that, hey, we have somebody that can get us a goal per game. There's a 90% chance that we're going to win most of our games,
Yeah. What I love most about Jamaica and dancehall music is the fact that, in a lot of these songs, they sing it's only up from here and we can only go up from here. And that's something that always, of course, stood out for me. Was that draw against Costa Rica a turning point? We're going up from here?
Yeah, it is. We have to look at it that way. You know, it's definitely only up from here, you know, way up. Every football player, every team goes through struggles, go through rough patches. You know, unfortunately for us, you know, it's during the World Cup qualifying stages. But it also basically just give us that fire in our system, in our belly. It helps us, it humbles us, you know, and it helps us to be more focused and to push each other to say, hey, listen, when we were younger, we've seen the Reggae Boyz on the TV, we've seen the 1998 World Cup team, we've heard all the stories. Now it's our time to write our names in the history books, you know? So we have to go out there and make our nation proud. And that's just the message every single day. Listen, let's write history. Let's make our nation proud. Jamaican fans, the Caribbean fans, they are a demanding set of people, you know. We know that, so we try to leave it all out there every single game, you know, and hopefully we get the win. Sometimes we don't, but we just go out there every single day to make our nation proud.
Well, after those second half missed chances, I know for sure that my heart is strong and it's good, because I feel as if there were so many chances that, you know, you all failed to put away. Key chances that if you had done so, all 3 points rightfully belong to you.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like in the last game we played them in the Gold Cup, that haunted us too, you know, but, you know, God blessed us with one goal, Shamar blessed us with a goal, and, you know, we just said, listen, we're not losing the game. We came back from behind twice. Again, we came back from behind in Mexico, we came back from behind now in Costa Rica. We're not giving up a goal. We're going to be mean, we're going to stay compact, we're going to stay focused, and we're going to grind this out. It's been, years, over a decade, that we've gotten a point on the road against Costa Rica.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm glad.
Definitely. Well, I tend to believe that confidence is everything. Do you get the sense that the confidence in the Reggae Boyz camp has improved after that draw against Costa Rica?
Yes, I mean, I think it even improved after the Mexico game, you know, with the couple of guys that took part in that game and the couple of guys that took part in the Costa Rica game. Yeah, the guys came off the field knowing that, listen, we can do this. It's there. We've been playing. You know, sometimes, like, we don't have to play a good football for 90 minutes. But in batches, you can see that, okay, we have the quality. You look at the likes of McGee, the Lamar Walkers, you know, like super talent, you know, coming up. And what they bring to the table as the younger guys in the group, it's awesome, you know. So all the guys coming off the bench, you know, you have the East, you have the Flemings, you know. So loads of talent in our squad and full of confidence, and guys want to play when they get the opportunity. They want to perform, they want to make their family proud. So yeah, everybody's roaring for more right now.
Damion, you know, a lot of sports analysts believe that this is one of the best Reggae Boyz teams in a while. It has a lot of quality and class. Do you agree with them?
To be honest, yes, from what I've seen. You know, even the past players, even players that played in the 1998 World Cup, my father, Paul Hall, Tapa, you know, Warren Barrett, everybody is saying, listen, yo, I've never seen so much depth. Literally, we can rotate 3 teams and still bring the same quality, you know. But sometimes, you know, it takes a lot of heart, it takes a lot of courage. Sometimes talent alone can't do it. You know, we need to go out there and fight and run hard and make that extra yard, you know, sprint. And when you're tired and you feel like giving up or throwing up or passing out, you have to push yourself and pull yourself, because guess what? It will make you get over the line in the long run. And I feel like this team has that edge. This team knows hardship. This team knows what it takes to be ranked 100 and something and bring the over 3-4 years, bring the country to 45, 43. This team knows how to play when their back's against the wall, going down to Guyana, losing 2-0 and come back and winning the game 4-2 in a do or die situation, you know. This team know going to Rose Bowl, 100,000 in the stands, and haunting the Mexicans 1-0 in our Gold Cup semi-final. So that brings the edge. That is the difference in this team. The brotherhood, the fight, the hunger for more and for success. And I think that will carry us over the line to get to Qatar.
For sure. Well, there have been numerous calls to dismiss coach Theodore Tapper Whitmore. These calls, are they unnecessary and without merit?
To be honest, like, if you look at football, world football, when a coach gets a string of bad results, everybody starts saying, oh, get rid of the coach, get rid of the coach. It's normal, But if you look at Tapa's track record, he's been, if not the most successful national team coach.
Yeah.
I remember when Tapa started to coach the national team around 2016 when he came back for his third stint. Nobody wanted us. Nobody wanted the national team. For me, Tapa has my 100% support. And his players support Tapa 100%. They believe in him. They'll work for him, and players want a coach that. And a coach wants players that will work for them. And if you have a team and the players isn't willing to work for you, then it doesn't make sense. Tapa has done really well. You look at the track record. Numbers don't lie. I just want the fans to just rally around us, keep pushing us, keep motivating us. People on the outside here, they're going to say, oh, yeah, we'll lose this game. The coach is to be fired because he's not tactical, he's smart, whatever. You don't know what is said in the locker room. You don't know what is said in training. You don't know what is done in training. You don't know the hard work that the staff or the players have put in to get even into the final qualification round stages. We must be doing something right to be ranked top 50 for the past 3-4 years. We must be doing something right to get to back-to-back Gold Cups. Must be doing something right to get to 4 consecutive semi-finals.
Yeah.
So I just, patience, guys. The oil is still burning. We're still believing, and I'm sure if everybody supports us and the players see that we're getting the support that we need, I'm telling you, it will go a long way.
Well, key words from Damion there. Patience, guys. They're going to work as hard as they can to, of course, make you proud. Damion, how different is it when you play club football for Al Ittihad in Egypt versus when you suit up for the Jamaica Reggae Boyz?
To me, to be honest, it's totally different, In the Egyptian Premier League, it's very high-paced. A younger set of guys, they press you. It's more just athleticism. Even sometimes 30 minutes in, I'm kind of winded, and I'm like, wow, this is a very demanding league. But when I'm in the national team, people respect you more. People know the quality of players that you have on your national team, so they don't press that much. They don't, the pace differs. Sometimes it's a high press game. Sometimes people back off depending on their playing style. But to be honest, I've been playing my best football when I go to the national team. I don't know why, but I feel like I've been so consistent over the years with the national team. But I just have to keep it up, because the main goal right now for me is just focused on getting my team to the World Cup. I want to write history. I want to be father-son into the World Cup, one of the first ever, to do that. Just create my legacy and, continue with my father's and just to make my country proud, and the kids in the ghetto who want to become a professional footballer, and just everybody. I know once we get to the World Cup, a lot will be changed in Jamaica. Football will be developed more. People will take us more seriously. So it's now or never.
I think that's such a good, deep, inspirational way to look at it. Well, there are 11 games remaining in the qualifiers. What will be the approach for the rest of the games as Jamaica aims to get back to the World Cup?
To be honest, you just have to manage it. Because for me, I look at it as a league and not a tournament. It's a lot of games, home and away. If you can get maximum points at home, steal a 1 win away, and tie away, you set up yourself in the right, spot to qualify for the World Cup. For us, every time, three bouts every time, 3 games every month, 2 games in November, I think. Just have to manage it, especially during the game if we're up 1-0 or we're tying. A lot of guys, this is their first time. This is my first time playing a World Cup qualifying campaign, but I've played 3 Gold Cups. I played in the Caribbean Cup. I've been, so almost 50 caps for the national team. So I have the experience at the international level. So sometimes, we have to be able to manage ourselves in the game, take care of the instructions, small details, and it will be good because if you look at the table, we're not far off.
Yeah.
People are tying. People are losing. You know, you saw the Honduras USA game. Anything can happen. CONCACAF is one of the hardest, you know, conferences to qualify out of, and I think we play the most games to get to the World Cup. So it's all up in the air. There's nothing yet decided. It's only 3 games gone and 11 left. So there's much more room for improvement and much more points to gain.
So much more to play for. Well, you mentioned your famous dad, former Jamaica national player Shamar Lowe. And of course, just to remind our viewers, he was a part of the historic 1998 World Cup squad. Has he been watching the games? I'm sure he's been watching. And did he offer you any advice?
No, I mean, my dad kind of leave me be, you know, most times. He allows me to do my thing. To be honest, we don't really talk much about football when we have conversations, but he like ask, you know, when is the game, post my pictures, I can just send him pictures and he'll post it on his stories or his WhatsApp stories or stuff like that. But we don't really talk much about football when we have conversations. But, you know, everybody know his history, what he has contributed to the national team and what he has done, what he has achieved. And, you know, for me, I just want to better that. I want to second that. You know, getting into the World Cup, it would be an amazing feeling because, you know, what I've seen him do, the greatness that he has achieved and the other past 1998 squad members, is just, I want that, you know. I want to have that feeling. I want to be in the history books. You know, when we retire from football, we can tell our grandkids, people can see on the street, maybe saying, hey, you know, these guys got Jamaica to their second ever World Cup, you know, campaign, and they did well. And, you know, it's just always an honor to wear the crest.
Well, Damion, you're on the right path, so continue doing your thing, and I'm pretty sure you'll be a part of the history books. Anything you'd like to say to the Reggae Boyz fans that have supported you from day one, and they continue to support despite the rough start?
Yeah, I know it's football sometimes, you know, and we see you guys, we hear you guys. You know, as much support as possible you can give, please. I know sometimes you guys can get frustrated and, you know, say stuff. But again, if as a player, we're all human beings, you know, and when we say, okay, sometimes we try not to focus on social media. But when you see, if a man like, say for instance, or even on a game day, we see just a good luck, guys, you know, the country's watching. That goes a long way. It gives me joy to know that, listen, my fellow countrymen have my back, you know? But again, we hear you guys. Of course, we feel the same pain, you know, because we're the ones out there running and playing and trying to make it to the World Cup. But again, we're not going to stop. We're not going to give up. We're not going to quit. We're going to keep fighting. We'll wear hard on our sleeve and we'll fight for the crest on our chest day in, day out to make sure we get to Qatar. And all the players are on the same page and all the players are committed to get this country to our World Cup, and we're not going to stop until the fat lady sing.
Damion, it has been a pleasure looking back at the week in sport with you. I wish you best of luck in the World Cup qualifying campaign.
All right, Mariah, thank you. Thank you for having me. You know, I really appreciate it. You've been doing a really good job over there in Sports Max, and, you know, just continue, keep it up, and all the best.
Thanks, take care. As usual, it has been a pleasure hearing your views, and I look forward to hearing from you again next week. That's a wrap for this week's In Case You Missed It. Be sure to like, share and comment, and let me know what you think about this week's topics. Stay safe. See you next week.